Do you look like a different athlete in competition compared to practice? Hi, I'm Dr. Patrick Cohn. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can take your practice game to competition more readily. You're watching Sessions with Doc. So if you're playing tight, you're playing scared, you're playing afraid to make mistakes, and it feels controlled for you, that's a sign that you're getting in the way mentally of yourself. How do you do that? What's the underlying cause? The reason for that is because of fear of failure. Now, fear of failure comes in many forms. That's a broad term that we talk about in the field of sports psychology. For example, you might be afraid of messing up and looking silly in front of your teammates. You might be afraid of disappointing a coach. You might be afraid of letting down parents. Or you might be worried about what the fans think in the stands or on the sidelines. So there's many different forms of fear of failure. But ultimately, what happens is it causes you to play avoidance ball. What that means is you're trying to avoid mistakes. You're trying to avoid looking silly. You're trying to avoid missing that shot on net. You're trying to avoid letting down your coach. You get the idea. So what can you do to get out of that avoidance pattern and play more intuitively and instinctively? And that's the key. You have to play more intuitively, instinctively instead of holding back. We call that trust. So trust is letting go of consciously controlling and steering and guiding your performance and allowing it to happen from what's called muscle memory, or it's really motor memory. All right, so how do you trust it more when you go from practice to competition? That's the ultimate goal here. My recommendation for you is, number one, you have to stay in the moment and not think about the outcome of striking out, not think about the outcome of missing that shot on net, not think about the outcome of hitting that ball in the water if you're a golfer, for example. So that's a prerequisite to have trust. You have to be focused on the task at hand instead of worrying about the outcome, because that's where the tension and the stress is embedded. Secondly, you have to perform decisively and intuitively, trusting your knowledge from practice, trusting your skills from practice, and allowing yourself to let it happen. Thirdly, you got to go out from the start of the game and play aggressive. We call that playing with reckless abandon if you're a hockey player, for example, or going out there and gripping it and ripping it if you're a baseball player or you're a golfer. That reckless abandon or gripping it and ripping it mindset, that's going to help you play more freely, and that's the objective. In order to take your practice game to competition more consistently, you have to let go of the outcome, and you have to trust in your skills by letting it happen and trusting your training. All right, if you want more information about mental coaching, visit peaksports.com and click on our mental coaching programs. Thanks.
If you want to continue to improve your mindset, here are 2 suggested videos for you to watch. On the left is a playlist related to this video, and on the right is a recommended mental training video just for you. To perform your best in competition, you must have mental toughness. Please subscribe to my channel today.